Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Today we're going to look at a sport called Camogie. I recently discovered the sport from Ireland called Hurling, and that's a great game I've discovered. And a lot of people who commented on those Hurling videos recommended I take a look at Camogie, the female version of Hurling. I'm not sure if it's the exact same game with just different names, or if there are maybe some subtle rule changes. We're going to find out. Unfortunately, it was hard to find as many videos on Camogie as there were on Hurling, but I did find from a channel called Anything Irish highlights from the 2023 All-Ireland Senior Camogie Finals between Cork and Waterford. So we're going to take a look at that. If you enjoy the video, it would be great if you subscribe. That would help me out, make me very happy. And I love the comments I've got from my hurling videos. So hopefully you'll comment on this one. That would be great. So without further delay, let's take our first look at Camogie.
They definitely need to get the ball up and get a score. And you can see Beth is on possession an awful lot. And here she goes again.
Steph Carton. Heading into the 45, cuts into the middle, shoots, and this time scores.
And what is
from the opening seconds? It looks like hurling looks, just unbelievable control of the slitter, the ball on the hurley, and taking such accurate shots while on the run with defenders on you. It's impressive, and to my inexperienced eye, it looks pretty much like what I've seen of hurling so far, which is a good thing because it's a great game.
Scored by Beth Carton there, 5 players around her when she was getting the strike off, and look at that's what we need Beth doing, coming up the middle and popping it over the bar.
Almost 15 minutes. We're running out of defence, causing problems. Nice turn by Katrina Mackey, bearing down on goal. Mackey into the centre, little touch.
That's great. That's great.
Goal, Cork.
That the player on the left who had the slitter, she made that great kind of spin move and then had a free run, and she went so deep towards the net that it looked like that defender had to come all the way across to defend her, which left the other player open. That was that's hard to stop.
Absolutely fabulous. Sorika McCartan at the end of it. Created by Katrina Mackey. That inside line from Cork is absolutely deadly. Brilliant players.
What are you going to do?
Super score
what are you going to do?
Oh,
wow. That was great. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen a pass like that so clearly in the other videos I've watched. But I saw her pops it up, and then I guess it's kind of a tap or a push. And so that was great. Another thing that's impressive, because they're just, running and have to control this, tap that, and it was accurate, led to an easy goal. That's great.
Katrina Mackey, she popped the ball over to Circus, simple thing, batted to the back of the net, and look at the Cork full forward line. They have been electric all year.
I'm familiar with the red of Cork, because I've seen the men from Cork play, but Waterford is, I assume it's a county. Waterford is a new county to me. I have not seen them before.
John Dermody has gone back out. Is he going to stretch out his arms and indicate that this is a penalty? It could well be a turning point in this All-Ireland final, particularly from a Waterford perspective. Annie Fitzgerald bearing down on goal. Her arm was being held here. She was.
It looks like when they get, with the offensive play with possession, when they get in that close, you almost have to foul, because that's a tough thing to stop if you're the goalkeeper.
To take her shot and then pull down to the ground.
Yeah, I'd say Libby probably put in the hand there, pulled back the arm, and the little bit of a tackle there is definitely a penalty. And look, at this will be a big turning point for Waterford, and somewhere where they definitely need to get a goal.
9-3.
Beth will step forward and no doubt take this penalty.
1-9 to 3 points. A goal for Waterford would obviously change the complexion on that scoreboard. But as we head towards the 34th minute, a huge psychological boost for Waterford. There were 7 points down in the semi-final against Tipperary, came back. Beth Carton against Amy Lee. And she sent it wide. Heartbreak, disappointment for Waterford.
You know, another thing about this game is you can't touch it with your hand when it's on the ground, so you have to flick it up like that and then hit it while it's in the air, which looks difficult. I'm sure she's been doing it since she was like 4 years old, so I'm sure it's second nature to her. But you know, it looks like a difficult skill to get down, because I'm used, you know, you play baseball over here and you just, like, if you're just playing around, you toss the ball with your hand and hit it, but to come up from the ground and time it is seems more difficult. But she's probably done it her whole life, so not as difficult.
The shot completely. The experience of losing 2 league finals, 2 All-Ireland finals. Cork came fully determined, and they are showing a vast array of talent and skills here. Is there, once again, Katrina Mackey, Amy O'Connor, she's going for a hat-trick. Is she going to get it? She does.
Same person, I
Unstoppable.
think.
The Cork machine is heading towards the O'Duffy Cup and celebrations on the banks of the lake. Amy O'Connor is...
Was that the same person who kind of, you know, made the assist as the earlier one? Because I assume assists are kept track of, but that was another great play where it just, you know, I don't know the strategy, but I assume when you can draw a defender to you, that's going to leave someone open, and many times lead to a goal.
Just unmarkable at the moment. Past the 20, 13, going to pull the trigger. Back of the net. Scored a goal against Clare. Didn't score against Kilkenny or Galway, but she's made up for it here with a goal in the All-Ireland Hurling Camogie final.
You know, that's tough. You know, if you in soccer/football, the ball's big, a goalkeeper can just get a finger on it and redirect it wide or high. But the slitter is so small. It's a tough task to stop that coming at you when they get in so close. I mean, that's a tough play to make.
Cracking goal it is too.
Absolutely cracking goal. You know, there was goal.
You know, I got to stop this and see this again, because, you know, if you're a fan of hurling and if you played it your whole life, you probably take it for granted. But when I look at it, and the way she was running at full speed and just, you know, tossed it up, grabbed, hit, all in one motion so smoothly, that's, you know, like, you know, for people who played it, it's, you know, second nature. It's just what they do. But learning that looks difficult, and especially again at, you know, top speed. Have to do it when you're on the run.
Cracking goal it is too.
Absolutely cracking goal. You know, there was
It's just
goal
so
on her mind from the time
smooth.
she got that pass across the field, and she was bearing down on goal, and she was slotting it to the back of the net.
Cork are the senior Camogie All-Ireland champions 2023. The O'Duffy Cup is heading to the banks of the River Lee. An emotional day
That's
for
great.
everybody involved in Cork Camogie. They've had their heartbreak, but they've also had many successes. All-Ireland title number 29. They now go 3 ahead of Dublin, who are on 22.
All-Ireland 29, titled number 29, he said. That's a lot of titles. Well, to me, Camogie and hurling look the same. I don't know if the field is different size or anything. If there are differences, please let me know, because that would be interesting. But to my inexperienced eye, it looked like the same game, and it's definitely a great game. So thanks for watching with me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Thanks.